Well, hey, we're back. We're back. I'm back. We're here. It's another day in the kitchen until I somehow come into some money and get a better kitchen. You're gonna see me in this kitchen more often. We're doing fun stuff. Speaking of today, we're doing lemon curd. You can do any curd. You can substitute the lemon juice for anything, but today we're doing lemon curd. So I got my notepad because I wrote my recipe down and I adjusted it. I got lemon juice that I juiced from a lemon. I got egg yolks that I separated from the whites. We're not being racy here. Literally, yolks, whites, whites, yolks, clara de huevos, pesotas. Not sure. Don't. Yeah. La raza. Got my sugar. Got some butter. I got a strainer, a fine mesh strainer. We're not trying to make scrambled eggs here, but in case you ever go a little too hard and you start to curdling your curd, mesh strainer, keep all the other bits out. I got a whisk, because I'm going to whisk until I start cooking. Got my favorite rubber spatula. Don't leave the house without it, unless I don't need it, because I'm not taking it to the grocery store to work. It's the same. Got my scale, one of my favorite scales. Fun fact, this scale, so I got this scale when I was working at the cafe, and then I was working at the farm, and I was like, oh, they don't really have a scale like that. They're doing this on like this like really big industrial scale. But what if they had like a small scale to like measure things a little more fine? And so I brought this up there. It was there for some years. I was gone from the farm. Tom was I think I might have been at the market, but Tom brought it and was like, "Yo, I got your scale." I was like, "Scale, yeah!" And it's nice. This scale goes up to like 11 kilograms, something wild. But I used to do everything at work with this scale. I love it. It lights up. It's cool. A zester. You best to have a zester when you're making curd or anything with lemons, so you can zest them limes, lemons, all that citrus. So, boom, battle station ready. Also, I got a pot and I got a double cast iron burner. I don't have an induction burner, and I would do this on the oven, but I'll be like, and I already know if that will look cool or not. I figured out here I could just boom, 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 boom. But let me know. What? Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Either way. All right. Mic's going down. It wasn't even on, so look at that. All right. First step. I'm going to take my egg yolks, and I'm going to take my sugar. I'm going to dump that sugar right in there. And I'm going to get the whisking. And so what I'm doing right now is macerating the egg yolks with the sugar. And you can go either way. I don't have a preference. But I'm going counterclockwise, so I'm just going to flip it and go clockwise. And I'm not doing anything other than getting that nice and uniform. Then I'm going to add meat juice in there. I'm just gonna whisk that up. I wish somebody would question what I'm doing and what you might have heard about me. That's gonna fall if I do anything with that. So now I'm done with the whisk. Maybe. I'm gonna keep it, because sometimes I'm not gonna lie, when I get in here, I like to whisk it. So I got a quart jelly over here. I'm gonna set that in, and it's gonna fall. I'm gonna give it some weight, and that's still gonna fall. Jeez Louise, how heavy is that whisk? All right, pro tip. Trust me, I'm a pro. We talked about this last episode. Somebody that I respect once told me, hey, when you're zesting something, if it's going in a recipe, it's best to zest over the top. So that way you can see how, like, so I do like a mix of both. I kind of move the citrus while moving the Zester microplane, whatever you want to call it. I don't really know. I think microplane might be the brand. I got a good microplane, but it's in the dishwasher right now. And I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna do this. So take my Zesta microplane, and get all that good stuff off of there. Nice thing, I haven't lost any. See, it's contained. Set that limit right there. Okay, I'm actually not gonna. I usually do it in a bigger bowl than this. So I'm gonna set this bowl down. Set that zester down, and I'm gonna turn my burner on. I'm a full send type of dude. You can do this on medium. You could do it on low. It's gonna take longer. I'm gonna do it on high because why not? So that's all mixed up. I'm gonna pour that in there. You'll see a lot of gelatin recipes ask for, I'm not even doing gelatin. You'll see a lot of curd recipes call for like gelatin. I know you can use like agar or like cornstarch, but honestly, I just haven't been doing anything to it. I'm like, I'll just cook it, to the right temp, get it where I need to get to. I'm gonna save this bowl. What I'm gonna do is once this curd is set, I'm gonna pour it back in here. I know it'll fit, and I'll just like agitate it on and off. You want to do it over an ice bath. I'm not wasting ice, and I'm gonna do it in the refrigerator. Everything's gonna be okay. So now we're in here. I don't know if you can't see this. What I'm doing is I'm just kind of going in circles. I'm getting it off the sides. So I don't want it to cook on the sides, but so I'm getting in there. Do a little. So I go boom, 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 boom. Think, what would Lil B the Bass Guy do? And if you don't know who Lil B the Bass Guy is, do your research. I don't know who today's Lil B the Bass Guy will be, but so that's going. Look. Can you see that pretty yellow color? I'm gonna take my zest and look. Watch this. I didn't even look. I just did it. All right, So now my zest is in there. And I'm just gonna keep doing that, and you're gonna watch it. So I got it on high. Sorry, that was so unprofessional. But you know what? I am not a professional here. I'm not paying myself. Nobody's paying me to be here. I'm literally just here. So think, what would Bass Guy do? He would cook. So you're gonna keep stirring, you keep it moving, because you got heat in there, right? So let me tell you about Heat. You got the Miami Heat. You got Heat, the movie. I thought I had a third Heat, but I don't got one. Yeah, you got fire. You never want to play with fire. Oh yeah, bam, that's three. Three the hard way. You never want to play with fire. So what we're doing is we incorporated some heat in here. We're gonna keep this moving so the eggs don't curdle. So that sugar cooks, the acidity of lemon juice is gonna all come together. And I'm gonna go from this very liquidy situation to a nice thick, it's not viscous, but yeah. So that's the name of curd. You gotta keep stirring. I wish there was a cooler way to say it, but yeah. So you keep stirring it. And I'm just going to do this with you because I'm going to try and see if we can do this in under 10 minutes. Probably not, because, that's just life. But speaking of life, if you're not doing all right, you should do better. I'm joking. No. Shout out to my therapist, back in therapy. To me, this is all just therapeutic. I don't really kick it with a lot of people. Not because I don't want to, but just because, I don't know, I be in my head a lot. And I feel like shit. Sometimes I don't want to be around me. But, I don't know. I try not to think about that. So then I just, set this camera up, right? And, it's just fun. There's nobody on the other side. I don't know if anybody ever watches these. I get views, but it's maybe the homies are just putting this on letting it play because they're I want my homie to not have no views. But I actually don't mind not having no views. I don't even really be promoting this like this. And I honestly, I don't even know if this is going to work because I've never tried to do something like this on this, you know. I might just switch and do it on the back stove because I know it'll work. You know, I want to do this in another 10 minutes. I don't think it's going to work here. But let's see. I actually don't even know if I'm in frame either. Okay, I see some heat coming. I see some heat coming. We getting there. My boss at work, he is like an instructor at the community college and like a culinary program. And I heard him talking to somebody today. He was like, you know, you don't have to be like a graduate or whatever per se, but you know, you gotta have like your serve safe and all that. And I always thought like, man, how tight would it be if like somebody let me teach people? And and I was like, yeah, they'd come in and they'd be like, yo, code of conduct, brah. You can't be in here doing bits and working on your comedy special. And I'd be like, that's fair, but hear me out, bro. I'm not actually on code. And so then I come here and I do this, and it's kind of like I get to be the Emerald Agassi of the east side of Kansas City. I don't know if you can see the steam. We getting there, but still, I'm not getting much action. I'm like that guy that didn't peak until after high school. Um, but so you can start to feel it kind of thickening up. Also, I do this a lot over like um, gas oven, gas range, and it gets kind of like wild. But I mean, I'd have that done in like no time. It's very humbling doing it, you know, at the crib it did. But also, it shows you like, yo, like if this dude that like was doing all this cool stuff in a restaurant setting can do all that same stuff at home, then you can do it too. Which makes me come to the title of my book. One day I want to write a book. And I used to want Pharrell to write the foreword, but I don't really mess with that dude no more. He's kind of wilding. But I want to call it my N word. You could do it too. Because oh yeah, we're getting there. You see it. You see it. Maybe. I don't even know if this angle is right. But yeah, it's just like I don't think I do anything special. But people like what I do. And I often think, well, I think you could do it too. And so that's kind of where I'm going. All of like this upcoming year and going forward is just, you know, hey, you could do it too. Okay, so we getting there. Ideally, what I want to do is be able to slide that down and that stays. But I could probably agitate it off the heat. And don't be like me, be better than me. This is literally fucking nuts what I'm doing right now. But also, I don't want it to cook too much. You know, we're not making scrambled eggs. You saw that? That's why I got this apron on. One day I want to get cool enough that somebody's like, hey, you want to do a collab apron? I'm going to do the hardest smock you ever seen. And so look, check that out. We still pretty holding tight. You know, we sliding. So check this out. What I'm going to do, I don't want to set this on my thing. So, okay. I think we're going to stop that. Oh, kill the heat. I'm going to set my little strainer right there. And then pour that in like so. Oh, come on, bro. Come on, bro. I didn't do it in under 10 minutes. But I'm happy with that. So you get your strainer. She about to see. We should be good. We didn't make scramberginis. Clean that out. What I'm gonna just do is kind of just You know, just like agitate it like that. Hit it with some little circles. And once I get this passed through, I'm gonna add my butter in. In theory, you kind of want to cube the butter. I'm not even gonna hold you. I don't know that I'm gonna do that. I should, but I'm not showing you how to like cube butter. The whole thing is doing this lemon curd with you. Oh my goodness! Come on, come on, come on! Oh, look at that! My curd don't slur; it jiggle, baby. Also, I've been rocking this smock because I've been doing some like filthier things. I don't know if the smock is me. I like it. I want it to be me. But you know. Alright, so there's that. My butter's pretty soft. What I'm gonna do is just like nub it off and like maybe like quarter it. And then I'm just gonna literally work that in so it incorporates. And then once it incorporates, so the fat from the butter helps to like set it, stabilize it. Shout out to my boy Donovan Stabler. Stabler? I don't know. Cool guy. Great chef. Better human. Papa John's. Perks of making curd is you get to sample the product. I'm gonna end that there, and maybe I'll tell a story about this little dude I work with. Boom.
Yeah.
I didn't even introduce myself, Big Hand Baker, baby. You know, you already know me. Literally, it's like a handful of y'all. Y'all know me. A handful. So that's it. That's curd. You're gonna just kind of work that until it's done. So all the butter's incorporated. Ideally, you'll get another bowl or something, create an ice bath for it, and then just kind of just keep working it every so often until it sets. But I'm just gonna put it in the fridge and literally like every 5-10 minutes just coming whoop, 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 whoop. So again, thank y'all. Big Hand Baker signing off. I'm gonna write about it. Oh, cool. I didn't burn my potatoes, but yeah, I'm gonna write about this story in the curd. But I'm also gonna film it and I'll like share it with y'all. All right, Big Hand Baker out.